What do you want to look like?
I'm not a glam person.
Okay.
Just
Soft and gentle.
soft and gentle, yes.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What do you normally do? What's your normal like makeup routine?
Very little.
Okay.
Very little, but
Very little in terms of like
it
I
takes
only
me
do mascara.
Oh
or...
no. I do a full face, but it only takes me about 5 minutes.
It's not about the time. It's the quality,
yeah.
right?
I usually do blush, mascara, foundation.
Okay.
Eyeshadow.
Okay.
Obviously, I usually pencil in my eyebrows because
Okay.
they don't extend. But
Yeah. What color eyeshadows do you normally?
I usually just do a neutral.
Like some kind of like fleshy tone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can totally do
This
all
part of my eye is heavy, so.
Well, we can fix that. What's your skin like? Are you more dry, oily, combination?
I'm kind of a combination.
Okay, where are
especially
you
with
more?
my age.
Yeah.
I'm more oily here.
Okay.
And so everywhere else I'm pretty much dry.
Okay, that sounds good. We can work with that for
Cool.
sure. All right.
Do you mind if I put my feet?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so when she said not a lot, I was actually shook because I was thinking it was just going to be like a mascara lip gloss type deal, but no, she does a full face. So that is why a consultation is so important. And I'm really, really glad that I clarified here because I almost didn't, but every time I don't, it bites me in the butt. So what she meant by not a lot was, I think, like the effect and the style. She clarified earlier that she wasn't like a glam girl. So I'm really thinking that what she meant by not a lot was that like it was a subtle effect, not a glam effect. That is why going with words like natural, not a lot is really, really going to do you a disservice when you go get your makeup done with a professional artist. We all have our own ideas about what we mean by natural, not a lot, not a glam girl. All of these words that we use that are really ambiguous, kind of pie in the sky ideas that are not actually describing what we want to look like. So what I really recommend doing is talking to your artist and using words that are a lot more solid. So for example, you could say like, well, I prefer browns and neutrals on my eyes. I really like pinks for my cheeks. I'm a big blush girl, so I really like a lot of blush. I want shimmer on my cheeks. I like pink for my lips, but I like them to be glossy. I want it to be long wearing. Use more concrete examples, but I know not everybody is one of those people who can just describe how they want their makeup, and I completely understand. Try as best as you can and have your artist clarify for you and make sure that they understand what it makes sense. That's also why having a inspo pic is going to do so much better with your description, because you can show them a picture of makeup. And I really want you to also think too, by the way, while we're here on this tangent, when you're looking for inspo pics, I want you to ask yourself, do I think that the model or the person in the photo looks pretty, or do I think that I want this on my face? If you think that they look pretty, that's totally fine. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to find something that you think will look good on your face. Oftentimes, women as well will come to a makeup appointment and they'll have this photo and it will be way more makeup than they normally wear. It will be so outside of their comfort zone. And yes, that is exactly maybe what you might want in that moment. But if you're not really sure and you want to just experiment and try something, you're gambling. And if you're disappointed with the gamble, I don't want to say it's on the artist, but it's kind of on you too. So you're 50-50 chance, either you're going to like it or you don't. That's why using specifics and really breaking it down piece by piece is going to be so much better for you in the long run than just saying, I want to look like this. I like everything about it. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to the rule, and you might actually look like, you want to look exactly like that. But for the most part, using concrete words, like describing what you like, oh, I really like this eyeliner here, or I really like the lips. I really like how the eyeliner looks sharp, or those lashes are really exactly what I would like to have. You can take aspects of pictures and break it down that way too. Anything that you can give to your artist that's going to be a lot more concrete is going to be super helpful. Otherwise, what you're going to end up doing is getting something that's too much for you or that you don't want. So let's circle back around. using the word natural is different for everybody. I have come to find out that in my almost 20 years of doing makeup, some people refer to natural as like skin tone colors or earth tones. Some people mean natural like they don't want a heavy application or a full application. It means something different to literally every single person. So I want you to really just avoid doing that altogether. I hope that makes sense. I didn't want to talk for too long over this. This is like a huge transformation for this client in terms of like she had a lot of redness in her skin. She was pretty dry, so we went ahead and spent a lot of time on moisturizer. You can see in the very beginning there, I was really trying to press that into her skin and make sure that we had a lot of emollient products. You can see me spraying. So her skin really needed a lot more moisture, but after that, it was really just kind of covering redness around the nose and the center of the face. When you have redness in those areas, it can make you look sick. So even just a little concealer or powder on your own time in that area to make you look a little bit more, covered in one skin tone can really do a lot in terms of like making you look a little bit healthier. So that's really what I spent the most time doing there. As you can see when I'm doing the foundation here as well, it looks pretty light, but as she wears it, it oxidizes just a tiny, tiny bit, and it gets a little bit more skin tone correct on her chest. And then after I put powder on it, it's a perfect match in my opinion. So, sometimes you can either go a little too light with the foundation and fix it with a powder, or you can go too dark and try to blend it down the neck. It's really up to you, but in this case, I went ahead and did something that was a little bit lighter, and as it wore through, it got a little bit warmer for her skin tone, and then I was able to warm it up further with like contour and powder and stuff like that, so it ended up working out in my favor. This client was super, super sweet. So if you haven't tuned in before, she's at a boudoir shoot. And so boudoir is like lingerie, sometimes nude or partially nude photos. Typically the vibe is to women's empowerment. She wants to feel sexy. She's young. Just, kind of wants to get her mojo back. And it's also super, super fun. So that is what we're getting her ready for today as well. She's not going to work or anything like that. So if any of you were confused as far as like what the setting is for this, that's where she's going. So this is on set at Petra Novak Boudoir in Waco, Texas, if you want to check her out. So yeah, I think that's all I want to really say for now as far as like natural and how to describe your makeup. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of this makeup look, and I hope you liked it. We'll see you on the next
And ready. Give us something.
Oh, nice. Yes, you did. You did. Awesome.
You like it?
Yes, it looks great.
Good.
Thank you.
How do you feel now?
I feel much better than I did coming in.
Nice.